welcome to Suburban Oasis. Thanks for joining me again. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about some shrubs that I got on clearance, and they actually look really good. So I don't think I'm going to do any cleaning up of them, but I'm going to put them in the yard today. At least as many of them as I feel I can get in. So let's take a closer look at them. The first one is a Ninebark. I really like Ninebark because of the color of their foliage, and this one is called Fireside Ninebark, and this one grows to 5 to 7 feet tall and 4 to 6 feet wide. I got this one on half off, and it is hardiness zone 3 to zone 7. Right now is an excellent time to go to your garden center and find some shrubs that are on sale. Many of them are about 25% off, some of them up to 50% off, and it's a great time to plant them as well. They really like putting their roots down when it's cooler weather and there's plenty of rain. In fact, one of the reasons I'm filming this video this morning is because it's supposed to rain this afternoon. So it's definitely fall here in Zone 5 in Michigan. Well, here we have another one that I really like. I actually have a couple of these right now in my front sun garden. But since this one was on sale, I just couldn't pass it up. I really like the growth habit of it. This is a barberry, and it is the Orange Rocket. This one is by Monrovia. And I got this one on half off as well. It's called the Orange Rocket Barberry. And if we take a look at the tag here, it does like the sun or partial sun, and it grows about 4 to 5 feet tall, but only 2 to 3 feet wide in about 10 years. So it's not a super fast grower, which is nice, but you can also keep these wherever you like to, and they just look good because of the color of the foliage. I mean, even on the edges of them, if you look close, they have a pretty color around the edge. Simply gorgeous. I'll give you a peek of my Bobo hydrangea here. He's putting out a little bloom over there. That was also a clearance plant. He's putting out another bloom right up over here. So that's a standard topiary for him. And also these Gypsophylla baby's breath. These were on clearance as well, but look how great they look. So pretty. All right, another clearance plant that I got, which is not a shrub, is this what I would call zebra grass, but it's actually called gold bar miscanthus, and this one was more than half off. It was originally $11.98, and I got it for $5. And typically I don't like to plant this out in the landscape because it's so hard to get out and it grows so big, but I'm going to try this out in a pot since it was such a good deal, and it grows 4 to 5 feet high and 2 to 3 feet wide, and it is hardy in my zone. Any further down than zone 5 and it will not stay over winter. And the last one that I got is this weigela. This weigela is by Proven Winners, and it's one that I do not have, but I got it because I really like the growth habit of it. This was also 50% off. This is called Spilled Wine Weigela. I have the Wine and Roses type, but just look at the picture on there. It's a lower growing shrub, which I like, and then it is hardy down to zone 4. And it grows 2 to 3 feet tall, but 3 feet wide. So it also has high deer resistance, which is super important to me, as when I opened up my window this morning, I looked out and there were some deer, 1 mama and 3 fawns wandering around the yard. So yeah, let's go find some spots for these and plant them. Alright everybody, I found the spot where I want to plant it. So just the other day I was out here trimming up the lilacs, and I was really not happy with the fact that I haven't done a whole lot to this area, and I really do need to be able to put something in to kind of hide the air conditioner from when you're walking by from the street view. And then I'd also like to do some more later. So this is a start anyways, and if I get this 9-bark in, I think it will do a really good job of screening the air conditioner probably over the next couple of years. So here we go. One of the things that I like to use when I'm planting shrubs is gloves. Especially right now, the ground's a little bit wet, so it tends to get underneath of my nails a lot. This is my handy dandy little ice cream tub. I used to have vanilla ice cream in it, but now I have biotone fertilizer. So this is biotone fertilizer from Espoma, and I buy it in really big bags, so I don't like to haul those around the garden. So I just fill this up, and then when it's empty, I give it a good refill. It's a nice way to reuse some plastics that otherwise might get thrown away or go to the landfill. This is my super awesome shovel. I'm going to do a video about tools, and so right now all I want to tell you is that this is called the Root Slayer. It's their perennial shovel. They have different kinds of them, but once you use this shovel, you will think that regular shovels do nothing and are a stupid tool for the most part. This slices through the ground like butter. All right, well, let's get started. I'm gonna dig a hole. So you want to make sure when you're planting that your hole is plenty deep to get the shrub in, but you may want to leave a little bit up at the top so that you're not burying your shrub. You don't want the water to pile in and then rot the shrub out at the base. So I'm going to plant this just slightly above soil level, not much at all. And then I'm going to put the soil back around it with some of this biotone, and I'm going to then push the mulch back around it. So I'm not too worried about the irises that are there. I might even pull some of those out next year because to me they don't really do a whole lot here. They're not great at blooming. I might have them buried too deep, so I'll take a look at that. But this is something that I've been needing to do for a while, so I'm excited that I'm actually doing it. Also, one other thing to think about with the hole is to make sure it's wider than the plant you're actually putting in so that it has some space to get those roots starting to grow out. If you see the roots kind of bound around the bottom of the plant, then you can do a little sprucing. So let's take a look at those roots. This one does not look root bound at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the hole. First I'm going to put my biotone in the bottom. A couple handfuls will do, and then I'm going to mix it in the soil. It actually looks like I dug a little too deep. Usually I dug my holes not deep enough. I'm just breaking the soil up so that it's nice and loose around the plant, so the roots have something to kind of grow into, and it's not trying to have to work too hard since I just planted it. But it is supposed to rain, like I said, later on today, so it will get watered in quite well. I think it's also supposed to rain overnight tonight. So I got the hole about halfway full, so now I'm just going to throw a little more biotone in there. Has some great stuff to help the roots get started as well. The lily of the valley in here is just obnoxious, so I'm going to toss those out. And this is a low-growing sumac, which it's supposed to get about 6 feet wide, so I expect that to help cover up some of this area and make it look a little nicer. And then this will grow tall and block out some of the things that we don't necessarily want, like the utilities. The other thing people are saying right now is to dig holes that are a little more square for shrubs and trees than round. I've never had problems with my round holes, so I don't know. They say it's better to get the roots established, especially if your pot is root bound. So think about that if you're planting something that does have root bound. You do want to give your plant the best start you can. Alright, just about done here. And give a little bit of a push, not to compact the soil, but because the soil is eventually going to sink in anyways. It's good to know how far down it's going to go. Alright. Found some hickory nuts that were buried by squirrels too in here. Let me just get this tag off. And then I'll come back with a little mulch and finish that off. Okay, so I decided to plant this shrub right over here. I think that'll look real nice, maybe right about here. Yep, that's the spot. Okay. Alright, looks like that's a pretty good hole. Get my biotone in here. Mix it around. see what these roots look like. These are a little more pot bound. I'll just tease them out a little bit. Try to put your best side forward. That might be it right there. There we go. And a little backfill. A little more biotone. Kind of like cooking if you think about it. But I don't like cooking. Everybody eats it up so fast. With gardening, you can look at it for a long time. Alright, this is coming along. Oh, these lily of the valley roots. Ugh. It's so scrubby. Sorry to those of you who actually like it. I'm just not a fan. I mean, it blooms for like, I don't know, not even a week maybe. Alright, it's looking better in this bed already. Where's the tag on that baby? There it is. Yep, just need to get that one mulched in too. But it's already looking more colorful and pretty. Okay guys, here we go with shrub number 3. I picked out this space right here because I have some hostas here that I put just to fill in the area and they're not doing really well. A little too much sunshine for them. I'm not going to move them right now. I'm just going to plant the bush and I will come back and move those hostas either later this fall or in the springtime when I have an idea of where I want to move them to. So let's get started. Take this out and put some of the dirt into the bucket as I go. I think this is going to be a really nice color up against the fence over here. think I found a rock. That's a pretty good sized rock right there. Every once in a while in my yard I seem to find them. There's a river nearby, and I think a long time ago it ran all the way through here. Let's see how that looks. That's about right. Gotta grab that biotone. All right. Couple handfuls down in there. Mix it in. Bit of biotone, sprinkle it in. Work it into the soil a bit. All right, that looks pretty good. I think this side over here is going to fill in a little bit more as it grows. It should grow out. And yeah, so I think that's just going to be real pretty right there. Makes a nice contrast. So here we go, guys. What do you think? Let's take a look at the whole bed. I feel like that just fits in so nicely. It looks a lot better than dying hostas. And next year, when it's super healthy, after getting its roots set, it'll look even better. And I can't wait to see it bloom. So the neighbor's mowing the lawn, but I'm gonna take you anyways over to the area where we cut back the lilacs the other day and have put in these new bushes. So here's what the lilacs look like now that they've been cut back. I put some lilies in right here on the other side of the air conditioning unit. And then we have the 9-bark along with the Orange Rocket Barberry and the Limoncello Barberry that I planted recently as well. So now doesn't that look nicer? It's gonna bring a bunch of needed color and texture and something to kind of break up the bricks on this wall. That Orange Rocket Barberry is going to eventually cover those pipes. We're going to have the 9-bark covering the meter and the air conditioner. You'll still be able to see it from this view, and you do have to keep it from being impeded from getting fresh air, but this is just enough to make it look better. So I'm pretty pleased with the way it turned out. Tell me what you guys think. one final shot, guys. Thanks for joining me today. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up down below. Comment and subscribe to my channel. Thanks a bunch. See you soon. Bye.